Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to One Piece episode 696, 697 and 698. Some great episodes again. Wow, we saw Usopp awaken his observation haki. That was amazing. That shocked me at that point. I did not expect that at all. But before I get on to talking about these amazing episodes, I'd like to give a shout out to two new patrons. I don't think Lifeless Boredom is a Patreon anymore, but they did pledge, so I want to say a huge thank you to Draco and Drago and Lifeless Boredom for giving their pledges, so thank you very much. I really appreciate that. At the moment on Patreon I'm doing trial reactions. I'm doing the last few trial reactions until January. January will be the last month where I do trial reactions, and then I'm gonna start continuing with Demon Slayer from February onwards. So for the month of October I reacted to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I just uploaded Noragami yesterday, so you can watch that if that interests you. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I absolutely loved JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Noragami was also good. So if you're interested, you can become a patron. For November's reactions is trial reactions to Blade of the Immortal and Code Geass. So if you are interested in any of those animes, feel free to become a patron this month. December's reactions will be to Black Clover and Yojo Senki Saga of Tanya the Evil, and then I'll start for January I will try react to My Hero Academia, and then start Demon Slayer again as well with episodes 4, 5 and 6. Alright, so and I also want to give a shout out to all my other patrons: Adam Phil Pando, Buster Sword 88, Colin Lennon, Doc Eases, Dimitri, Elma, Evan Fisher, Fan Sub, Hotel Dust 215, Jasmeet Singh, Julian G, Oni-chan, Solterinu, Sabani, Thomas G and yours Mayor. Thank you guys so much for being very patient with me. I know I've not been very active on Patreon. I know that's been a huge bother. I'm so sorry. I'm just incredibly busy nowadays. It's ridiculous, but I do try to keep up with doing 2 trial reaction videos per month. I'm also supposed to do like a pick a card tarot reading, but it's just not possible. I will do like a love prediction pick a card tarot reading, which is picture based, not video based. So I will upload that this week, so you can look forward to that. Anyway, so let's go into these episodes. So I was very concerned about Rebecca. She was up against Diamante all by herself, and she was in a way holding her own. She was like blocking his attacks, but like there was just no way that she was able to defeat Diamante. He's a top executive and he's got devil fruit power. He's very, very powerful. So she knew that she had no chance against Diamante, so she was trying to run away from him, and then he cornered her with his ripple like devil fruit ability, and he was actually about to kill her in the same exact way as how he killed her mom. So what Diamante did was like so, it was sadistic, it was cruel. Like he killed her mother and now he wants to kill her off, basically make KYROS' life a misery. And not just that, but he wanted to kill Rebecca off in the exact same way as he killed off her mom, by actually using a gun, not a sword. So just about as he was about to shoot Rebecca, Rebecca called out her dad's name, or she said Soldier-chan. So KYROS actually came on time and cut Diamante, so it was really good. Like, damn, she was so close to death. But it was, the thing with villains is that they take the time when it comes to like killing people, because they like getting the thrill out of watching their victims in pain. So in a way it's actually a good thing, because it actually allows time for someone to intervene if they actually take their time in trying to kill off someone. So I'm really glad that Sugar and Diamante were actually quite slow with what they were trying to do. Oh my god, Usopp! Oh, so so Luffy and Law, they actually managed to get to the palace, to the 4th level, thanks to Bartolomeo's amazing staircase, and also Rebecca. She actually freed Law because she had the key. So after, because obviously Kairos intervened, so he was the one that was fighting Diamante, so that allowed Rebecca to give Law his key back. So Law got freed and was able to like stop the skull toys from being toys. They reverted back to their human forms. So yeah, so that's how Luffy and Law got to the 4th level. But Sugar wanted her revenge because she didn't like what Usopp did to her. So she wanted to get back at him by turning Luffy and Law into toys. Usopp had the hardest job out of all, I think, because he had to basically throw a bomb at her from an extremely far distance, and oh my god, he was so stressed out about this. Like he was shaking, he was nervous, he was just like, it's all or nothing, because he could hit Luffy and Law with this exploding star of his. So he had a very hard job, but he pulled it off, and he pulled it off using Viola's clairvoyance, which played a role because obviously Viola had to like track down where exactly Sugar was, so that helped Usopp. But obviously Usopp, there was still a chance that he could hit Luffy and Law instead, or just miss the actual window pane because it was in such a far distance. So yeah, he could have failed, but then his Haki awakened, oh my god, and with his observation Haki awakened, he was able to spot exactly where Luffy, Law and Sugar were, so he was able to throw at Sugar exactly. And not just that, that was not the only surprising thing. The other surprising thing was that the actual exploding star turned into his shocked face, so he got help from Kanjuro, because Kanjuro's a painter, and he drew Usopp's shocked face. And that shocked face basically shocked Sugar so much that she got knocked out before she could actually turn Luffy and Law into toys. So that was amazing, because Luffy, because he's so gullible, he almost fell for what Sugar, and by getting close to her and thinking that she's just a little girl when she's not really a little girl, not innocent whatsoever. So yeah, that was amazing, and yeah, and then the Kinemon, Kenjuro, King Riku and the rest, they were like trying to hold back all the people that were after King Riku, but King Riku obviously is not going to hurt them, because that's what Doflamingo wants. He wants them to hurt his own citizens, but he obviously is not going to fall for that, and he's not that type of king. So yeah, they were just like holding them back, yeah, not to get to Usopp, because he had like the toughest job of all, and he pulled it off, which was absolutely amazing. Best sniper around. And then we saw the fight, well, the start of the fight with Luffy and Law against Doflamingo and TREBOL. So that makes it harder that TREBOL is there. It's already a tough job that is Doflamingo. But yeah, so firstly, they saw Bellamy completely beaten up into a pulp by Doflamingo, so that was really hard for me to see, for Bellamy to be like suffering and like crying. Like he was tortured basically. So he was in such a bad state. His face was so badly bloodied up, and he was looking up to Doflamingo, but because he couldn't kill Luffy, he was assigned to kill Luffy. Because he didn't do that, Doflamingo wanted him killed off. So that's why that happened. So yeah, that really pissed off Luffy, and Law was like, no, you are not, you can't get, you can't lose your cool, you really can't lose your cool against Doflamingo, because that's what he wants, and that's how he takes advantage of you. So you really need to keep your cool, not lose it. But obviously Luffy, he still has a long way to go to learn that, because he always loses his cool, he always does reckless things without really thinking about it, just like Naruto. But yeah, so you know, Law is a very nice contrast to Luffy, because Luffy, he just does whatever he wants, he's reckless, but Law, he's a lot more rational, and he's I'm not saying that's necessarily better, I'm just saying that it helps that they have that contrast, so that Law can tame Luffy, but then Luffy can, like, bring more empathy for Law. And not saying that Law has no empathy, because he does have empathy. He was very saddened by KYROS's death, and that really affected him. But, you know, he's a very cool-headed character, and he likes using strategy, his brain, against enemies, whereas Luffy uses more of his heart against enemies. Yeah, so yeah, that's what's going on. So what was interesting was that we saw a new technique from Law, or at least I don't think he used that technique before. It was like, he called it the radio something. It was like a lightning based technique. They still have, they have two people to go up against. It's not just Doflamingo, but also TREBOL. So I'm thinking like Law is going to be up against TREBOL, and Luffy will be the one to hopefully take down Doflamingo. So unfortunately that left that cliffhanger. But yeah, that's what's going on. What you think of these episodes, let me know, and stay tuned for more.